Okay, I have returned. I guess we can return to gaming in just a second. Finding the right button. So yeah, I'm just kinda copying some files in the background. We should absolutely get a TM emote for me. That's true. By the way, Pexy, would you prefer to hop into a call or would you prefer to just chat if you want to give me a tour? I don't know if you're still here or if you're on a break as well. I would probably otherwise just walk over to Pexy's space. Just in chat, it's okay. Yeah, absolutely. Just offering because we technically could. And then we can just... Broke the original? I know who gets banned. Next server. I mean, it's crazy. Who would even break an original sign? Signed by me. Anyway, like I'm moving some files over to my server. I hope that's fine. Like I don't feel like I'm like dropping any frames, which is kind of important. But like Windows is so terrible at copying files, right? It's like I definitely need to get Total Commander going again. Fair enough. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, I mean it's completely fine. Anyway, I'm standing in front of your portal. Should I just jump through or? Yeah, no, that's completely fine. I mean, a stream delay kind of makes sense. I don't actually know how long my stream delay is. It's probably like 6 to 7 seconds. By the way, the sign is still here, obviously. Autopilot was here. By the way, Pexy's base is one of the few bases I actually visited. Partially. For one, to steal a lot of XP from the XP grinder over there. And also because there were like a lot of chests filled with a lot of deep slate or cobbled deep slate blocks. You have 2 bees, 2 whole bees. That's kind of impressive. Negative 10 out of 10 cow setup. Justice for sheep too. I cannot imagine why the animal lawyer would hate you. In Pexy's house with underground ice road to Elos. Welcome. Okay. And feel free and go check out the basement. Yeah. I've actually been gift von Elo. I mean, it's probably one of the prettiest things in here. I mean, this little flower. Obviously. Okay. Wait, you have a... Oh, wait, this is the spawn improvement one. I was kind of confused how you rotated the blyph 90 degrees. You have seen very minimalistic, very efficient. I actually really enjoy the efficiency, except that I have no idea how you sort your chests. It's so alien to me. You know how you have like a storage system and you just know where everything is? And like... Okay, I can at least see why the animal lawyer hates you. This is definitely one of those those farms. Some raw beef. Nice. I mean, it's one way to do cow farms, right? I can see that. Okay, all the chests, obviously. A lot of cobbled deep slate, probably still left over here. Can't imagine why you wouldn't move it all over to the new base. Crazy. This is basically cobbled stone stuff, and then the rest is... And just the rest. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I mean, you've been mining quite a lot this year. I mean, you've also been mining last year. To be fair, like, mining is so... what do you call it? Therapeutic, you could call it. So I kind of really get it. It's something I used to do a lot. All the farms. The cacti farm. Pumpkin farms. So very nice, very nice. Some sugarcane. You always need a little bit. And bamboo. You probably have more farms than I have. It's probably enough for whatever you need. Oh yeah, yeah, I have seen the terror of the sheep farm before, like in screenshots. Yeah, also slimes. It's just a smaller sheep farm, yeah. You didn't even dye the glass. How am I supposed to tell which color of sheep you have when I'm standing here? Can't believe it. Oh wait, you can actually see the blocks from the other side. Okay, don't mention. Like, that's fine. I can accept it. Ooh, a bedroom. Even with carpet. Nice. By the way, I should probably turn block sounds back up. Because I can't actually hear... Is it friendly creatures or blocks that determines how loud doors are? Because I can't actually hear all the doors. Okay. I guess we're going back up. That's basically it. Well, to be fair, if we were to check out the mine... Not just the mine, you're saying? I wanted to say, if we're checking out the mine, it's probably not just going to be just a little bit of a base. Time to drop. Pexy's 5th death fell from the ladder. Rip Pexy. Your pride and joy. Yeah, I can imagine that there have been some mines that exist. And underground ice road dwellers. Very nice. As you can see, definitely professional miner over here. There's some tunnels. I'm just gonna hop in. Oh, I missed the signs. No. More signs. Can't even read. I'm guessing it's just a number. You know what? I'm just gonna check it out. Just so I know. Okay, it's just so you're not confused later on. Okay. I can see that. I would probably also do that if I had such a long tunnel. A strip mine went into Pexys 100. I mean, I can imagine. I think like my strip mine probably would run into Pexys at some point. The subway also ran into Ice Road at some... Fair enough. I mean, you're living kind of close by, so... Kind of makes sense. I mean, Edo lives on the other side of all your bases, so... Wait. Are you just pushing it down there, or are you supposed to use it like a water elevator? Probably not. Kept running into Lily's mines? Okay, fair. Oh, so it actually is a boat elevator. Okay. Just gonna jump in. It's actually quite quick. Except for the fact that I'm stuck now. I'm kind of disappointed. Oh, so you have to push it in and then just jump out or what? I'm stuck. Just gonna do it like this. That should probably bring it up. Like, I've not tried boat elevators ever since they apparently reintroduced them, which was like really confusing to me. But otherwise it's kind of nice. I don't know, there's probably a way to make them functional if you have like shorter ones, but then it wouldn't be like as simple, I guess. Welcome to Elos, yeah. This is also quite a base. This is actually one I've seen parts of for reasons. Oh, look, a bed that was actually rotated. Oh, the music discs. Very lovely. Basement with storage and crafting. Kinda makes sense. Close to the mines. And lots of it. And the actual house. In memory of Bob. You were a good one. I do not know who Bob is, but hey. Camera. Okay. Ooh, I get to snoop. All the snooping. Oh, the mending village. Okay, that kind of makes sense. I think I remember a post about it. Saying mending books for 1 emerald. Yeah, this is kind of nice. second bedroom. You can oversee the chapel over there. Very nice, very nice. Also, I can kind of climb the roof from here, so I'm gonna do this. Even with its own lightning rod. Also very, very useful. I think over there is another mine, or like another thing I've never seen. I've only been over there for reasons. AE text. To do, lots of to do. Not gonna read that. It's way too much text. You have a list of things? Yeah, perfect. I would probably get lost otherwise. I'm just gonna follow your lead. Some ratings. Or the flower fields. Also very lovely. Actually humane sheep farm-ish. Not really though. Like like if I were to think what the animal lawyer would give this farm, it's probably like a 3 out of 10. I've seen worse. Flowers, bees and animals. And a lot of those guys. Fair enough. Some traders were killed. Can't have been too many, right? Right? Nah, okay, then that's fine. I'm not gonna call a lawyer. I mean, there are no lawyers in hell, so who cares? But, you know. Okay, villager farm. Villager breeder, probably. Actually decorated, which I really like. Oh, it's one of those that, okay. Actually with a button and stuff. You probably actually have an on-off switch. Like, so modern. Like, have you seen my villager breeder? I have to do that manually. Oh, the trading. Oh, actually, I had seen the trading hall before, I think. Love the head over there. I mean, trading hall, okay. The head is absolutely awesome. I love it. Oh wait, it's a banner. I was kind of confused for a second how he did that. I love it. I always forget that you can hide banners like in another block by just, you know, placing them exactly above one. Okay. I'm ready for all the other locations. Well, I mean, there's probably a song that plays every time a wandering trader dies, I agree, but I'm so terrible with song titles, so I couldn't even tell you if I know that song, gonna be completely honest here. Names are hard. Names are even harder if they don't even belong to a person, so. Oh yeah, actually this one I've seen once before. I was flying around here for some reason. I think I was connecting some portals and I was missing something. Just like exploring the place. Also when I hooked up Celine's portal, might have been. I think that was her name, right? Names are hard. I'm just gonna believe that I remember that name right. Anyway, I'm gonna not get lost. The song about how... Okay, fair enough. Farms? I can see them, yeah. It's actually kind of nice. I've never used the cauldron that way. Definitely gives a nice texture for... Oh, almost trampled something. For the lantern. Okay, this is just the entrance. This is where we... No, wait. Yeah, wait. Yeah, this is exactly where we left. Entrance to storage again. And then there's the wedding stuff. I mean, I hope that I don't have to feature today, that we can feature it another time. That would probably be reasonable, right? Okay, sure. Let's just hope that it all works out and that, you know, deadlines actually work out. Okay, if this is everything, then it's actually a very lovely home. Again, like, we've seen so much pink today, it's crazy. It's actually really nice wood. Should probably get used to building with it as well. But then again, I would have to farm cherry trees, and they seem slightly annoying just because they grow like all these branches. And I'm lazy. So spruce it is. Yeah, that's it. Okay, perfect. Then let me find the portal. And we still have a few locations to go. Better than mangroves? I would agree with that, yes. Yeah, bye, Pexy. Wow, the rage quit. Classic. Okay, we've checked out all the bases on the east path. So now it's time for the south path. This is one base and then the nitn hub. And then we are almost done. Hey, no worries, Pixie. I can see all the rage. It's okay. It's acceptable. I mean, what are you expecting? I mean, all the bureaucracy I went through to get there? I mean... Wait a second. Did I miss my exit already? No, I didn't. Wait, did I? Desert Village. Okay, I did miss my exit. It's one earlier. It's over here. Yeah. Lily's Lake and Snaily Cottage. The Snaily Cottage is also on the list today. Couple deep slate donations for nitn. Wow. Probably never picked... Oh, actually, we did pick those up. Was just too lazy to remove the chests. Anyway, this is one of the many connections, and you can actually see this is one of the few tunnels that are done. Just because the south tunnels were actually done first. Because of something like the railway is working under there. That's actually also completely done. And the only thing that was actually missing were the support structure, pillars, whatever you want to call them. I never got around to doing them. It's like... I mean, everyone tried to undermine Cobble and Stone as primary Cobble install or Cobble deep slate provider. And nobody managed to do it because it's like insane. Okay, this definitely has changed. The last time I was here, there was dirt in front of me. So I guys actually have a proper door now. Kinda nice. Very overgrown again. I mean, I was promised a cottage, so why not? Some bees. It's like the standard farm, I guess. Except the bees are theoretically free roaming, but I believe they are probably all gone. Yeah. Wait. You can't actually see the bee, like the amount of bees in there without looking at them in your inventory, I guess. I mean, yeah, you definitely had double chests full of shulkers, full of double chests, yeah. Like, if you had, like, all the time in the world, we could have probably used all of that. But we certainly didn't. I just now realized it's jump... I was so confused for a second. It's gonna be awkward. Anyway, I'm just gonna follow the path and trust that Luke is going to lead me just by building skills. This is the Snake Luke Cottage, even a mailbox, and one of those pumpkin farms. Again, it's like the same design that I have in my base. It's really useful. Really convenient. And obviously some iron farms. This is actually a larger setup. Seems to be 8 cells. Like 2 per. I'm just guessing here though. A cottage. I love the little table. I always forget that you can just use scaffolding as like a little table. Just place stuff on it, and also you can actually sit in front of it, kind of, which is kind of nice. Doesn't really work with most other blocks, so it's not even no secret path. Well, it's actually a cottage. I am impressed. Golden carrots, okay. I'm trying to snoop, but there's nothing to find here, I guess. I'm not sure. Let's go this pathway first. Even though there's like a bit of pathway missing still. Okay, sniffer farm. Or at least a sniffer. If it's not a whole farm. Oh. This looks like somebody tried to build a mansion and then didn't have the time. Storage. Yeah, I was guessing that there was some storage underground. Like, I've seen Luke online often enough, and then again he donated a few stacks of cobble deep slate, so... Not just stacks, but actually chests, so... Would be surprised if it weren't... if he didn't. I'm just gonna check. Like, according to the map, I'm guessing this leads nowhere? Wait, this is... whose space again? Oh wait, this is llama space, right? Is it so close, actually? Wow, we are actually all really connected. Wait, he has a between his portal and cottage. Okay. Gonna check that one again. Oh yeah, this one. Fair enough. Underground. This definitely looks more like a proper base. Also a lot of cards. Let's look, which is the coolest card? Obviously, this one is the coolest card. If only it was silver. I don't know, silver, Lil in a partner just has something, I think. Very nice. Of the cards. Tools. Lava farm, I'm guessing. Yeah, just a lava farm with some empty buckets. Oh, this is the super smelter, right? I got his chest. Okay. I'm just gonna guess that I don't have to smelt anything right now, so I don't really have to follow the tutorial of the super smelter. But I do believe that it's probably very nice. Some brewing? Okay. I hope there's at least some brewing to be done. Just water bottles. So just for brewing stands that have never been used, this is still completely full. I'm so disappointed by the potion hate on the server. So many brewing stands and so little potions brewed. Crazy. Would it be possible to smelt yourself with it? Unlikely, but we can try. No, it's a chest minecart. I can't actually hop in that. And more storage. Potion of instant healing. I kind of expected more breath in there, but you know. Wait, is it manually sorted or is it actually a sorter behind there? Because I see some of... This is a sorter, right? Yeah, this is a sorter. Sure. Like I saw the, what do you call it? The composters to reduce lag, so... Input, nice. So. Why? Oh, okay, it's a sugar. I thought my moving had done something here. Well, I mean, lava tends to not hold enough fish, I have heard, sometimes. Not the worst I've seen, but definitely not the best. Kind of feels like a Breaking Bad lab. Justice for sheep. Did I have a higher score? This is probably... I had probably a higher score. I was like negative 42,000 something. 40, yeah, 42,000. 69. So. A lot of wool though. If you ever need it. You know what? Next year I'm actually going to build farms that are decorated and not just sitting around. Maybe even a roof, okay? Imagine that. A base with a roof. I know, it's a crazy idea, but one day... Oh, this is a dripstone farm, okay. I think I'm... like, checked out everything here. It's mostly just the farms. And... yeah. I mean, I've seen parts of your base. I remember you were draining a lot of it. I can imagine that it takes too long. Like, I've shown it in the beginning of the stream, I was draining like part of my ocean and just takes so long. There's a reason why I don't really like to build proper guardian farms. It's just, there's a, I think there's also a railroad with an amethyst cluster at the bottom. Okay, fair enough. If I can find that quickly, I'm gonna check it out. Otherwise, it's probably just a regular amethyst cluster. I'm just gonna think at least. I've been down here, right? There's a hole. Do I risk the hole? It's probably not there. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, just for time's sake, I'm gonna just say if this is mostly everything, I'm gonna leave it at that. I kind of wanna just look over. Okay, actually walls. Walls actually kind of useful, I've heard. And obviously the farm up there, but I think it's the standard design just 4 times. Or it's like one of the standard designs. There are like 2 or 3 that people use. This one actually has some floor for the villagers to stand on, which is fair, I think. And yeah, over there I'm guessing this was either part of the wall or like supposed to be some sort of mansion that never got built. Either way, could have been cool, but then again, like I've mentioned before, it's kind of hard to keep motivation if you know that the server's going to close soon. And we mods obviously knew it a bit earlier, and obviously some of us, not myself included, have like kind of a life to live. So I'm just gonna believe that this is not part of... Oh yeah, cats. I always forget that cats do that. Okay, I think this was everything, I hope. I hope I didn't miss anything too special. There's still 2 locations that I want to check out. Or like a location I want to properly check out, and then another one I kind of want to end on. The next location is obviously going to be the hub. I've only been in one stream in the hub and only for like a brief moment. And I kind of want to go through there and like check out some of the shops. As many as I can fit. I'm probably going to miss some because obviously the whole hub is built like a labyrinth. For some reason, I don't know. Somebody had like some crazy idea. I should probably look out of the window first, just to show how much has changed. This is basically like, I don't know, a massive chunk, like not a Minecraft chunk, but like chunk, like, you know, lots and lots of blocks that were removed, just so I could place flying islands into the nether. Connected to mostly chains, some have rope. And yeah, this is like kind of been my project for most of the season. There's actually quite a lot in here that has never been used. First of all, we had like this area here. This was the first thing that was built, as well as the first shopping area. And I have to really say, like originally my plan was to have a lot of organic like growth and builds inside of the nitn hub, because last year it was obviously the whole like mall setup, or have there been news on a sign at some point? I think I put news on there once. Like the sign got there because last year we had the how did I call it? Nitn news at the bamboo turd, I think it was called. It's so long. Where I actually was posting when people opened their new shops, but this year we had just so many shops open up all the time. Every time I opened an area, like it only took like 2-3 days until every single shop was brought up, which was kind of crazy. Like people have really been active, especially in the first few weeks, and I really love this project. I definitely think I needed a little bit more glass. I just never got around to placing. Like I bet Pexy would have had like 10 more double chests at least, like the moment I snap my finger, if she really wanted to. Like the amount of materials she provided for this build. And like you need around 3-ish layers for the whole effect to really work, because like as you can see right now, for example, you can kind of see the blackstone that I placed behind all the glass. Wait. Lots of shops this year. I loved it, even with a lower population than last year. Yeah, this is actually one of the reasons why I changed the way the shops worked. I kind of talked about a few of my design decisions when I originally did the first stream this year, basically. But one of the ideas was I wanted to have small shops and every single shop should be specialized. So people, instead of having like one shop with like 10 million items they sell, they should instead buy 10 shops and, you know, every one of those should only sell 1 million items, you know what I mean? This was like one of the big ideas, which is why most of the shop sizes were like 15-ish blocks of space on average. So, yeah, exactly. Instead of having general stores, I wanted to have them specialized. And you can see, like, I really love going here and, like, you're seeing, like, this whole basalt block, and then there are people. Every single shop on there looks completely different. We have Luke's shop over there. We have Pixels, like, there are technically 2 wood shops. This is Calliope's wood shop. This is just logs, and down there are like just weird to craft items, like mostly chests and lanterns and stuff. And they're completely different. We have the 2 shops by Deku and their cakes. They didn't quite get the memo in the beginning of not combining shops, but they split it slightly later on. But you can definitely see that they are kind of a double pack. We have like another shop up there, and everything looks completely different. And this was kind of the idea. I'm gonna go through the shops, I think, first, before going to the hub, just because it's like part of the maze. Like, for people who have never visited the hub, it's basically the idea that you're not supposed to quickly find your way down. You're supposed to struggle to find your way and instead visit all the shops on your way. Especially if you get hungry and maybe somebody sells food. So, yeah, this is, I really loved how many shops we had, and like a lot of them are really creative. Like, look at this one. I hated how often I had to fix the mob spawning on there because some people really didn't get it. But at the end of the day, it's a really cool shop, kind of representing what it is. And yeah, just gonna look around. Like, as you can see, this is like the main entrance into the first shopping aisle, and they're actually aisles, so that's also kind of a joke in there. So like these floating islands, as you can see, not touching the ground. And like you have to basically go into a back alley to get up. And we have like the cool pawn shop. This one was actually kind of cool. I think this is Lily Van Gogh's. Like, I have to kind of differentiate between the 2 lilies. A shop, and it was basically just random items in there, and you could just put in whatever you thought was cool. Yeah, I remember that it was Lily's, but I didn't want to confuse her with Taz Snoop Lily, because, you know, 2 lilies on the same server is kind of a thing. And cooler shit, like, you could just drop in whatever you wanted to drop in. Like, Lily was just so rich, didn't care about it. We had the whole sapling and seed. This was one of Pexy's. Leftovers from a... Oh yeah, kind of makes sense. This was basically just a play. Oh look, I have actually not seen the tree before. That's actually kind of cute. This is just a place to drop off seeds and stuff. So you could just, like, I don't know, maybe you didn't have sugarcane, you just could just pick up some of them and then start your own farm and stuff. We have the... Well, we have their Kicks and Deco store, where we have like bone blocks, coal. Like, I think 90% of my coal that I owned on the server was bought in this shop. Because I never mine on like a layer I could actually get coal. Even if I mined. And we had the beacon shop. And we could buy skulls. And you can see they just had so many wither skulls. They had like a wither farm, which is also why they had so much coal. And instead of going up, we can check out Pixel's store. This was the wood store I mentioned, with like soul lanterns and regular lanterns. I was actually buying a lot of those. And barrels, hoppers. Hoppers, definitely bought. Did I actually buy a lot of those? I think that was actually after I was already done with my wood farm, so I actually started crafting my own hoppers. But had it been earlier, I definitely would have bought a lot of them, just because I need them all the time. And it's like, you know, just random items, okay, but there are also like just 5-6 items in here. And then if you need more shopping space, you just make another shop. So we can also visit Cobble and Stone down here. And first, we can actually visit this shop I am always forgetting. Modded Prismatics. Huh. Never read that shop name. We could buy prismarine and stuff. I always forgot that this shop exists, because obviously the only reason why I would ever go here is because I wanted to go to Cobble and Stone. And this is again like one of those things why I wanted to have it like a maze, because every time I went down here I remembered that there was a shop and I would at least check it. But I never actually... I think I bought some sea lanterns once. Please take some fish. Oh yeah, I could just take some of that. Yeah, and obviously cobble and stone. Very useful. I bought like barrels full of cobblestone in between. I once requested to have like a mass cobble and stone shop. Just because sometimes I wanted to craft like a bazillion dispensers or something. And like those barrels were never enough. Like, I say they were never enough, but it would have just been more convenient to just buy like 1 or 2 shulkers at once, instead of having to empty all those barrels and fill my own shulkers. And obviously, second floor with a little pit of destruction. Not gonna swim here for once. Also, basically a banner for all the blocks that can be bought here. So yeah. Yeah, now I could have placed a special order, but at this point I was already too lazy to do that. We have the indigestion cards. There are like some instructions. The plugin won't work once the server goes offline, obviously. But you could basically print your own cards that you own on the indigestion cards. Is it indigestioncards.com? Somewhere, something like that. Basically all the cards you got in Ryan streams you could just print here. I talked about them before, like at the Deco Space and some other bases where I saw them. We had like the weird little TNT shop that just was in the back of another fireworks shop. This one has been empty for quite some time. Was it Uzai or Artifice who owned this shop? For some reason I'm thinking it's one of those. I could probably check. I have like a whole list. Like I have all the... Like I force people to do a lot of bureaucracy, so I can just put all their names into my lists and stuff in my spreadsheets. Might have been Uzai, yeah, I think so too. Probably. I think they did the fireworks shop last year as well, if I recall correctly. That's why. But sometimes, you know, sometimes names are hard. With all the logs, this is Kali's shop. Swampwood. And up here there were balls. Balls. And obviously all the smithing templates you could get. Last year I remember Deco having a lot of trouble because he basically allowed people to copy the templates and that never really worked out. So it's probably easier to just buy them. Yeah, I also have bought like quite a lot of wood. Like she was complaining after I built my wood shop, but like I never had the diamonds to actually buy enough wood for all the chests I was crafting. Because that was the main reason I needed wood, or like barrels or similar things. Which is why I needed like a spruce farm and like 2 diamonds per stack. That was like a bit too much for me. It was easier to farm, but like all the other stuff, like mangrove, did I ever... Yeah, definitely bought some of that. I never chopped down one of those trees. And like all the other ones, I definitely bought some of them. Also, lectern without a book. Disappointing. No reading. The ore shop. I was originally buying a lot of redstone here. But then at some point, people just started donating blocks and blocks of it, and I didn't really need it. Like, I mean, have you seen my... Like, this isn't even all my redstone I own right now. This is just my box I keep on me. So... Yeah, people don't use enough redstone. So it's kind of good for me to just wait until people throw it at me. And we obviously have stuff over there. We have the potato hut. Thanks, Pexy. That kind of became a potato farm, a very slow one. Yeah, this is my pocket redstone, actually. This is what I bring with me everywhere. I normally have like another chest. Like I started building a sorting, not really sorting system, an auto refill system for all my sugar boxes actually in my base, but again never got to finishing that one. There are a lot of potatoes here. A potato has more potassium than a banana. Interesting. Did not know that. But the only potatoes are grown in about 125 countries. It's like most of them, aren't there? Was it like 150? Sure, am I imagining things? But then again, like, kind of depends on who you're asking. Like, there are like like things about it, like some accepted states and some that are not and stuff. Potatoes are part of the nightshade family. That sounds familiar. I kind of want to learn all the lore. Potatoes can be poisonous. Crazy. Potatoes share a family with eggplants and tobacco. Interesting. I'm learning so much today. I think this was every single barrel. I'm not gonna buy potatoes though. Then we had target. I think that was pexys as well, right? You just set up a target upstairs, if I recall correctly. And originally was... Oh, it's actually still there. You could just fire there and try to get the bullseye achievement. I don't even have the bullseye achievement. I tried for a few minutes here, but I never hit it and I was like, kinda... Didn't care enough. Like, I just recently got the achievement when you jump into honey blocks, and we had the setup for that for the longest time at spawn, and I just got it by accident. Yeah, the whole arrows and bows kind of makes sense that you had so many of those. To be fair, a lot of people, including myself, were using that farm, so. And never really picking up arrows, because again, infinity bows. We have like some axolotls here you can buy. Also a very great shop and some scoots and stuff. Also, for some reason, this was the Froglight shop. Originally, well, I didn't actually build the Froglight shop or like the Froglight farm this year myself. Instead, I kinda commissioned Deco to do it, and I don't think he was ever paid for that. And the bundle shop, we realized that bundles still kinda suck. I don't know, like bundles would be so cool if I could put tools in there. There would be such a great alternative to like shulker boxes. Even if, let's say, you could only put in like 4 tools or something. Like 4 rare tools that you like barely ever need, but it's just really inconvenient to have them. Yeah, I would have probably used them. I know they have their uses, like when you're picking up like 1 flower of each type or something like that. But that just doesn't really happen for me. Anyway, this is the first island. I hope I didn't miss a shop. Oh, it wasn't this one, yeah. Then we have the second, technically the second island is over there, but we can check that one out later. Yeah, true, bundles would also be better if we could put like 2 stacks in there. This was the third island technically. Is it the third island? I mean, technically the first island is this one and this is the second one, and this over there is the third one. This one would be the 4th one, and the end stone island over there is the 5th one. If we actually, yeah, calculate everything. Basically just connected with some weird bridges. We had the terracotta shop. This was Pexy's as well, right? This was yours. Like, you had a lot of stores. I'm trying to remember which one were yours. Okay. Again, a terracotta store. I don't think many people bought it. Like, most people actually returned that. Oh, wait. People bought regular terracotta. 2 stacks. Nice. No sales so far? Hey, I just found some. 2. Yeah, like, it's just... People really don't like building with this block for the most part. And the few that do, they generally don't build in, like, such masses that they can't farm it themselves, I guess. But it would be kind of... Like, I've been considering, like, imagine a server, like a Cultmunity server, where we just have, like, one massive shared, like, storage room for everyone. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, fair enough. You also opened it very late. Like, this island was built very late, which is also why we only have, like, 4 or 5 shops in here. Like, we have this one. You have another one downstairs. I remember that one. We have... Wait, I don't want to go downstairs yet. Almost forgot how to navigate my own maze. Crazy. Up here we have the... What was it called? Walter White's crystal shop. I think that was pixels. It was just quartz blocks and stuff. A lot of those. And regular quartz. I don't think anyone built a gold farm this year, right? Same, like, technically I built one last year, but like gold farms are just so annoying without the nether seeding. Also, kind of blocking the path. Also, this is one of my few shops. This is the More You Snow, where I have nitn employee number 72, who is working their butt off to sell all this ice. 1 diamond. This is still the first sale that I made, and nobody has ever bought more ice. I mean, I have to name all my employees. That is very important. I don't think there's another shop up here, right? It's been so long. I don't think anyone has claimed a shop at least. Also, this is like a minor thing. Okay, love the name of the store. Yeah, the snow, the More You Snow is also a great name, I have to admit. Also, really like that the whole Basalt Delta, like the ashes, kind of remind you of snow, kind of dirty snow, to be fair. So, kind of fitting. I mean, it's fair. Like, people also don't really use that much ice, and most people just farm it. It's not that hard. And, like, shops are free to me, so, like, no need, you know? I just like building some shops sometimes, just to have something to do. Like, a bit of an alternative to all the other stuff I have to build all the time. But let's return back to the first island, or, like, the hub island. What's annoying to get? I can recommend mining icebergs or ice spikes instead of farming it with regular ice. So yeah. Oh yeah, thanks. Thank you for reminding me. It's just getting kind of late. Also, I only had like. Also, I missed the Ender Pearl. Also, I only had like 2 hours of sleep, so I am kind of at the end of my brain's capacity, I guess. Yeah, this is the other shop. Look at that, downstairs. You can actually see all the people getting into the hub from up here. Which is kind of nice. Also, Wither Roses. I forgot. No, it just happens. Like, we had like construction work going on today, and I just had to wake up really early, so I got to shower before then and stuff. Yeah, no problem. Obviously, like, the plan originally was that everyone could just redecorate the areas. That was kind of part of the plan. Obviously, you were supposed to coordinate with, like, your neighbors. But I really like that this was originally a plan to, yeah, talk about, like, all the deaths. Pexy 6 death fell from the scaffolding while digging for the hub. Happens. Like, all those deaths were supposed to be listed here. But, like, people just... Like, this was at the very end of the server's life cycle. Obviously, people didn't really get around to, yeah, memorializing their deaths, I guess. And we had, like, the graveyard. Very fitting for this area. It's just all the jukeboxes and all the discs. And by all of this, I have a feeling that some of them... Oh, yeah. This one is obviously not available on the server because we're playing in 124? 124, yeah. But like, you could buy all of this if you wanted to. Yeah. I'm just gonna accept the withering. Graveyard was actually developed because I did remember Mori. Yeah, I kinda assumed as much. That was why I thought it was such a great fit. Yeah, like, you only found it because you saw it in the tunnel. Yeah, this is kind of the idea, that you kind of have to explore the whole area. And even though it led to some deaths, I am still very happy with this base, like this. I'm calling it base already because it was basically my base. But I was really happy with this shopping center this year. There was just so much going on, and again, especially like the first 2 islands especially, were filled to the brim with shops. As you can see in a second, like, this shop was Deck Hicks's, I think. So we had like Wither Roses, they are kind of new, I think. Pottery shirts, sniffer eggs, they're just like random stuff, but Totem of Diamonds, for example. And saddles. Yeah, this is kind of what I heard. Like, a lot of people really disliked the design in the beginning, but like, I had thought about this shop for about a year between servers. So I really had put a thought into it. To be fair, like, the first island is the only one I designed before the server started. The rest of the islands I designed afterwards. But still, like, the general thought, like, I had a lot of time to think about it. And also, we can blame Fresh Air Fridays because they forced me out of my room, and then they kind of reminded me that exploring cities is actually kind of fun. Just like, turning a corner and finding a random shop, even if you don't go into it, just because it looks kind of fun. Another one of Pexy's shop, it's to die for. It's just a dye shop. I've been buying a lot of black dye here. And brown, I think. In between, just because I needed it sometimes. Also came in combination with banner lords down here, where you could make your own banners. And lots of them. And we have obviously obsidian. This is, I think it was Rap's shop. Selling obsidian. I think it was kind of expensive, which is why I never bought it. Because, again, like, I was actually kind of poor. Like, I know I'm joking around that I'm like the capitalist of the server, the CEO of hell and stuff. But I had less than a stack of diamonds all the time until I opened the Shulker shop. This is the only thing that actually made me money. Because I never had time to mine, because I was busy building stuff. And, like, all my shops, like, what was I supposed to sell? Like, my idea was that other people got to sell stuff. And so I only earned money via the shop permits and by selling premium tunnels. And like most people didn't even buy premium tunnels, and they were also kind of like, they were like 1 diamond per 10 blocks. So I earned like at most like 5 diamonds per contract. So yeah. The obsidian shop, this one has been around for quite some time. Bannerlords also. Like, Bannerlords has been around, like, since basically the second island, or like, I'm calling it the second island, but this is technically the third one, has been built, so. Yeah, we have like a redstone shop. You know, thinking about paying a premium upgrade for everyone, I didn't have the time to build it, so it wouldn't actually make any difference, let's be honest. Lots of redstone. I don't think I ever bought here, because by the time I was able to, because I had diamonds, I got all the redstone blocks that I needed, so fair enough. I'm probably missing some shops over here. Just checking, there's Big Swig Potions. This is the potion shop. Yeah, like a cure, there's a cure shop, can't even talk anymore. The cure kit with a weakness potion and a golden apple. And like, this one I remember, but like I also never got around to buy anything here, because like most of the potions are actually really cheap once you have the setup for them. And like 1 diamond, like to some, like probably Pexy could have just bought it, like obviously someone as rich as Pexy or like Lily. But like, again, I never had any diamonds, so it's just cheaper to produce the potions yourself. We had the end shop. It has all the end items in it, except for the shulker shells, because I want to make my own shop for that. This is another one of Deku's shops. Originally, he kind of wanted me to sell my items in here, just so I only had like 1 shop. But again, like I talked about how I wanted to have specialized shops, and this one, like, again, it has like quite a mix. You could have probably had your own Elytra shop somewhere, and then like a purple shop and stuff. This would have been the original idea. But there are people who don't really want to give me 5 diamonds. Which is a fair argument for not doing that, I guess. And more mining stuff. Payment in chest. Which one is this? Evo and Carly's block shop. Nice. I don't know if I've ever bought anything in there. Probably not, because again, I had like so little use for blocks at some point, because again, like I never got to actually build stuff. Which sometimes is sad, but I actually like having massive projects, especially if they like kind of benefit the community. Then I don't actually mind not building my own base. Yeah, I also love the design of the block shop. This is actually really cute, the little mine shaft here. Even as so far as to put cobwebs in there to annoy people who fly around and fail and then get stuck and have to wait for 5 minutes to leave again. Anyway, I think those are all the shops on this island. I hope I didn't miss one. Then we had the island over there. And by the way, I would frequently skip all the mazes by just flying over. I just was... That's the pie shop, I'm not sure. Wait, are they all on this one? How did I miss those? Are they just on the other side over there? Because I know the bookshop is on the main island. Like, I'm just talking about the top part because... Should I say that? Oh wait, you're talking about Dekus, right? And this is the pumpkin pie one. Yes. This one was Rapsus, Lord of the Pies. And I've ran past it like 10 times already. The bookshop is up here. Had like a lot of enchanted books. Very wardeny. As you can see, all as you would expect. Shut up. Soul speed and stuff. Should probably not stand on you. So I can just shut up. And it fits. And you can see all these books. But again, like imagine putting all of those enchantments like maybe in an armor library or, you know, in a weapons library or a tools library. That would be kind of, in my opinion, more fun. But then again, some people, however rich they were, didn't want to build multiple shops. And there's still a downstairs in there, but I'm gonna go there later. Instead, I'm gonna go and check out this island. This one, for people who may have not realized it, it's actually a flipped island, which is why all the vines grow upside down, and you have like this, like basically the bottom part, like all the islands are kind of spiky at the bottom. You have that one at the top, and also all of those islands are held by chains. This one is held by chains down there. Also, it was dubbed the cheese island. You're completely correct. Smelly cheese. And we have like one of those shops here, like all the tulips and stuff and all the flowers. With an upstairs area, just combining my shop, like two shops, kinda evil, even though it's against the rules to have like even more space for even more flowers. And what else? I think the rest is downstairs. I don't think many people bought anything on here. Yeah, this was everything here. I feel like the flower shop opened, right? I mean, they are in stock at least, like all the flowers. Anyway, gonna go through the last few shops in a second. This was the exit to the railway. We are probably going to use the railway to get back to spawn, just to show it off once. That actually works. It's just kind of sad that it never got fully utilized. We should probably... No, wait. I'm kind of thinking about how to organize this. I'm just gonna jump down here. This was my shulker shop. Just a shulker. And as you can see, I tend to refill those. I think it was a lot easier to just give away chests and put shulker shells in here, just because it's a lot more convenient to transport around like this. Like, for a good chunk of the server, like at least a week or two, basically every day all the shulker shells were sold out and I had to refill them. This is actually where basically all my diamonds come from. So yeah. But otherwise this island wasn't really used. But again, I built island 4 and 5 at the very end. Basically just because this island ran full and we needed like a few more shopping spaces. And I just said, okay, I'm gonna do like a big expansion. It will be the last one. Yeah. Yeah, this is the whole railway thing. Technically it works, it has like a very low chance of not working. And sometimes. This shop was never bought. Ignore this, this was definitely not from a mod action. No. Ignore it. Never existed. And this one could have been bought. And I've never shown those actually. Those are like the contracts you could fill out. Basically you just had to sign this one. It explained which shop it was and gave like some overview of the rules. And I'm just gonna click through here. You can theoretically pause on the YouTube VOD version of this. Like the general TOS. By the way, I never actually put up the book with the general TOS because I was, you know, out of time and lazy to write all of this. And yes, at the end of the day, I would just give people a copy of it and they could kind of confirm that it was their build. This one over here is actually a shop that I built like as a mod, and this is Headhunter Herald. There are some heads you cannot get because we have a plugin that disables creeper explosions, which means that you can't actually get a charge creeper to explode and kill a mob, meaning that that you can't actually get the heads because we have like another plugin, and we have like another plugin to get like the other heads. But this one is basically just you trade a wither skeleton skull and some of the items to get one of the skulls that you can't farm. That's kind of the whole plan. And I obviously wouldn't profit from it, but Deku probably did because he was selling all the skeleton skulls. Yeah. Yeah, for example, buying a creeper head for Bannerlords, it's kind of convenient. Yeah. And yeah, a lot of people couldn't finish the stuff they wanted to do. I know that a lot of people also didn't really have the time to play. And also, like, we had less of a, or like, less players than last year because obviously Ryan didn't stream, and like, this kind of reminder would often lead to more people playing. Like, last year we had like 70-ish players on the server, and this year it was like 50-ish. Even though, obviously, theoretically, Ryan's community kind of grew over the time. This also... I've never visited No Strings Attached, I have to admit. I'm guessing this is just string? No cobweb? Put banners and chat. Oh yeah, I remember that... Was it Uzai? Again, I'm terrible at remembering who built what. Who told us to get banners to put on one of the... Was it at this shop or was it another shop? Now I'm kind of confused. I remember somebody wanted to have banners on their shop, and that never really happened because it happened basically after everyone played. Yeah, there's also a lot of string. Yeah, the bee's knees, or needs, however you want to pronounce it. This was another one of Pixel shops, I think, where you could just buy like all the honey stuff. I think this is where I got all my honey stuff. I didn't need too much this year, so. And we reached nitn HQ. This was the first thing I planned. Like, I had like 10-ish iterations of this. Oh, the banners were for the racetrack. Oh yeah, exactly. I just remember that there was another shop that wanted to have like basically graffiti on this. Maybe I misremember, that was actually just for the racetrack. But anyway, yeah, nitn HQ. This is kind of my base. Again, black concrete. I love it. I love it so much. Like, I would make a black concrete maker, and I would make like a blast chamber, and I would cheat if I had to, just to create more of it, because it's so annoying to build. And I love this block. It's so great, like just as a contrast material. It's crazy. That's basically where people left their donations. They just funneled down into an area. We have nitn employee number 37. Most valued employee, by the way, who took on all the requests and made sure that you filed your forms correctly and accepted mail and stuff. Very important. I'm gonna start off with the library, I think. The library mostly just held some forms, like for example the nitn port connection forms. I actually ran out of those. This is kind of impressive. I restocked it at some point. So. Why is this empty? Did somebody put a notebook in there? The frick? Okay, this one is actually one. Just to look through it. Somebody likes to put in empty forms in there, and I don't like that. That's kind of annoying. Anyway, explanation. How you got all of the stuff. Spawn Proofing in You is like another book that I, like weeks later, finally wrote. And there are like some rules how you have to deal with all the stuff. Yada, yada, yada. And then what you want to connect it to, you would just fill in basically an X into those brackets. Like for example at the private overworld base, you would leave an X there for me. Coordinates and stuff. And at the end of the day, you could just sign it, give like a description. I think only one person ever gave like a full description, or maybe two. And yeah. Still, I think it's still a lot easier than handling everything like this over Discord. And I really like having like the physical forms to fill stuff up with. Spawn Proofing and You, actually you could just get one of those books yourself. It's like 37 pages, so just in case you don't want to stand here to read it. It's basically explaining mob mechanics when it comes to spawning. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. about like the bounding box, how spawning works in the nether, the different biomes, why you should spawn proof, how to block it, why it's annoying, yada yada yada. It's like a lot of stuff. And like some short information about it, some explanation, some examples. Like this was like took quite some time to write. Like I tried to make it not too confusing, but I don't think it was like perfect. And like one year I am going to write a book that's actually going to encompass everything you could ask for, and that's also going to be accurate enough and all that stuff. Yeah. Also a seating corner. I do love sitting. I don't like that if you use this system that tables are slightly too high for you. Yeah, those are all the stuff you could get. You could also get the statues command book. You could just create one yourself, but most people didn't know how to. It's, again, another plugin. It's like part of vanilla tweaks, I think. And you could basically edit stuff. Oh, you're back. Welcome in. Well, I hope you're enjoying your exam this time, I guess. Anyway, statues books were here. Yeah, big belief here. This is my office. Obviously, I had to re-enter my title that I had last year. The CEO of Hell, Rigger of Cards, King of Turds. This year I added the mods. Technically, and I originally wrote former King of Turds there, but technically I was still King of Turds until like the end of July. Which, to be fair, at this point is like another month, so. Nice. I don't even find my own errors in my code. Yeah, and where was I? Yeah, technically I still was a King of Turd for most of the server. Because technically I was King of Turd for 365 days, and this is like the official statement behind it, so. Yeah, also chairs. Also my own chair, which was slightly higher, so I feel more important. Yes. Yeah, this is basically where I sat and AFK'd for a long time. This is also where all the connection forms are. For example, like people would just enter their names and like all the stuff. Like for example, the Blaze Farm. I can just go through there, get the coordinates. This is, for example, the Blaze Farm in the Nether, obviously. So there is no overworld collocation, and I could figure all of this out. And this is actually a physical item in the world, which I really liked. Took you an hour also to find the Ender shop. I mean, fair enough. That was kind of part of the plan. As long as you're enjoying it, right? You're willing to call me King of Turds any day, if that helps. Oh, sweet. We didn't have a proper King of Turds competition this year, so obviously, technically, there's no new one, so you could technically call me that. But yeah. Also here we have all the purchase forms for the plots all stored. I mean, yeah, the minecart chairs kind of look like that. I wish you could make them invisible, but sadly not possible. Also, this is, by the way, the light, like, whenever I got a form, like, I can actually show you now because it's, like, kind of over. There's, like, if I got a form, it would end up in this chest. And we'll just turn on this light. Was very important to me, okay? Just so I didn't have to waste time checking chests. What else can I show? We have the break room over here. Also, nitn employee number 68. And he's been standing here for so long and wasting precious company resources. Crazy. Also, another seat. Like, we had like kind of joke there when the first crew that worked on the Redacted was like streaming their stuff. I would just make like a little window above this, like this is basically the screen, and pretend that like I was watching a stream inside of Minecraft, and it confused them so much in the beginning. It was great. Also, we have like the offices. This one is Kali's and nitn employee number 70s. And Obviously, this is like a kind of a trick, like for people who didn't know. If you put fully grown berry bushes below carpets, they don't actually want to cross that. Which is why the villager always stays in this room. Doesn't work if you have two, because sometimes they can push each other on the carpets and that doesn't work anymore. This room is basically the same as it was when I first built it. But Pixels actually spent the time and... Look at the smiley face. And decorated her office. Wait. I've heard that for hostile mobs. Yeah, it actually works for hostile mobs. By the way, also, it is technically enough to just use a rail, because mobs don't like to cross rails. Like, but again, like, if they get pushed on top of a rail or on one of those carpets, then they actually can figure out what to do. But yes, Pixels was here. I installed 2 of the 3 trophies she won. Like, this is the Parkour Mountain Silver one. And this is the Build Battle Bronze. And this one is Spawn Improvement Gold. Actually, wait. Is this bronze or is this silver? I'm like kind of confused right now. I think this is silver. Just looks kind of weird. I for some reason remember that she won like 2 silvers and 1 gold. Which are made. Are you talking about the trophies? Like it looks like bronze, but I remember that I thought she won silver. I don't want to take the block out. So I should probably mention those are armor stands. Like I have this armor stand book here. This is not vanilla. This is part of a plugin. You can look at an armor stand and then you can edit it, like slide positions, and then you can also make it invisible, but keep the items visible. And this is basically how I moved the trophies in there. But the trophies themselves are obviously part of the resource pack. They are actually just books. But yes, this is like a little bit of finagling, but it's actually quite doable if you're trying it a bit. But it kind of has the problem that every single one of those armor stands is an entity. So if you kind of want to build like a massive statue of like 10,000 blocks or something, it's probably going to lag your game, because every entity kind of works like that. Yeah, glad to hear that you enjoyed the trophies. I was actually kind of impressed that when Uzai made his event, he kind of just wanted to have a standard trophy, and the first trophy ever modeled was the standard trophy we used for that, but I never wanted to use it because it's just a boring standard trophy. It was kind of the backup in case we never figured another thing out, so yeah. I tried to have like all the other ones kind of represent, you know, the blyph is probably obvious, but kind of represent the event as best as possible. If they're books, can you technically read them? Yes, I can actually show you, because I have one of those. I won the bronze trophy in the race. Wait. Oh wait, it's there. Yeah, boat race bronze. It's just a book. I could probably put them into the shelf, but I'm kind of worried that it's going to break it. So, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah. Then we still have like the secret rooms. This is the employee storage room. Like I have like all the furnaces. I was making a lot of nether brick in between because I needed it for the sugar farm. Yeah, exactly. And like all the blaze rods I'm using here, and like the storage system is like one of those storage systems that makes sense in my head, but I don't think anyone would ever figure out how it works. But it's kind of funny because people would always ask, oh, where's this item? And I could just say, oh yeah, it's like third row of chests in the middle, like low there. I don't know. Like I think this are, yeah, mob drops. Mob heads should be... Where are mob heads? Didn't I remove all the mob heads? Okay, I removed all but one. Like it kind of makes sense to me, but to most it probably doesn't. Also, like here, like the 3 notebooks, for example, I can just put them here and it automatically refills the shelves in the front. Also mass storage. So Pixels hates me for this. This is my basalt storage. This is also 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 my basalt storage. And yeah, we kind of store a lot of basalt. Netherrack not so much, because we mostly dig around here. Also, cobbled deep slate, I have like a few shulker boxes in here. And Blackstone most of the time actually used up. Like we only have like half a chest full of shulkers. Like there's like a lot of stuff stored here. Yeah, I can imagine that your cobbled deep state storage is probably fuller than my basalt storage, let's be honest. Like, I have not been mining as much as you have been. But yeah, we got most of those blocks just from emptying out all those chunks. So, it was kind of crazy. Okay, this is the storage room. And then the secret area over here. First of all, the respawn anchor. I like that you with like a glowstone and lodestone compass to recharge it. And also, the cheaty area. I have some command blocks down here. Because I, at some point, got kicked from the server a lot because I was copying books too fast. So instead I was just allowed to create a command block that would copy books. Basically. And when I say copy books, it meant that I had to write a command that would edit a book to have like all the text. Which means that like if I go into creative mode, I can actually look at it. This is the entire command. Like, I'm still scrolling, I'm like, still 10 pages away from the beginning, still scrolling, still scrolling, still scrolling. Like, this was so much work, but it's still miles better than having to copy every single line of text, or like every page into like every single form, because I needed like 20 to 30 forms. It's like, crazy. This is for plot forms, this is for the connection forms. Also, this is for donations. Somebody donated 1 diamond. I am so rich. Also, if I go up here, this is like a lot of redstone. Rejoice, redstone. Lots of it. This is the sorting, like the routing system. Basically, this one figures out where exactly your minecart is supposed to go, filters a lot of stuff, and brings a lot of items into a sorting minecart. And all of that was completely useless because there was only one destination, so I didn't even have to route stuff. But yeah. Wait, am I lagging? I'm not lagging on... I'm kind of confused. Like, according to my stream, at least I'm not lagging. But I'm lagging on the server. Okay, now I'm... Thanks. I was kind of worried for a second, but I have not dropped any frames yet, so who cares? How much do we have to left for the tour? I actually am basically done. I just wanted to revisit Spawn. And Parkour Mountain, because I don't actually have stuff. Yeah, I'm quite sure that the stream is fine because I have like no drop frames, but since Minecraft was lagging for so long, I was just kind of worried. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the whole railway system, which is like upstairs. And then I'm gonna take it back to spawn. But yeah, like, we're like mostly done. This is the... Oh wait, I actually forgot some shop. This is a library with an enchanting setup, and this was Elos, I think? With like some books and stuff. Obviously, it's kind of hard to compete with somebody like Deku, who just had like 10 million books to just drop everywhere. We had Woolorama by Pexy. I actually bought some wool here before I had my own farm. Wait, it wasn't Elos? Wait, what? Am I crazy? I probably am. Oh yeah, it's why did I just forget her name? Her friend, it's Elo's friend. Something with C. Oh, I'm feeling so bad right now. Why can't I remember names? Anyway, I'm just gonna ignore that. Celine, thanks. I am so like terrible at that. But I think now we have had all the shops. And now I can finally go in here. So for people who have not seen it yet, you could technically get like a routed minecart ride back to spawn. And I say routed because it's the only option currently. Technically there was enough space for like 12 of those. and all the routing would have happened, and like technically I could get like a friend and bring them in with me with a minecart and just place another minecart here, for example, or like get some items and bring them with me and put them in like a storage minecart, like I don't know, the diamond, for example, and it would all land in the correct space. I'm just gonna get into the minecart, press the button and wait. Basically it would have done everything by itself, and it would automatically sort between empty minecarts and minecarts that had items in there, and minecarts that had items in there would get routed to another place where you could pick them up. Stuff like that. I hope I probably have enough minecarts in there. I don't think a million people have actually used it. And technically the minecart in front of us would hold a lot of items used to route all systems. Like basically at every crossroad there are some hopper systems that would pull out one item and check if it's supposed to switch the track or not. But yes, I'm kind of worried that it's kind of loud, so I'm gonna turn that one down a bit. And also you could just, you know, hands-free, enjoy the ride. Kind of, and just look outside sometimes. A lot of the time, obviously, we're just going through like those nether mountains / islands or whatever you want to call them. But sometimes, you know, sometimes you can actually see the beauty of nether wastes or an annoying ghast in the back. The railway is a friendly creature. Yeah, this is kind of weird. The only problem with that is it is kind of worth it, and like I kind of wanted to have like a station around like the desert, for example, but like by the time I had the time to actually build the whole railway track, we basically already had shulkers, so most of the effort was already wasted, and you get just ejected here. And if those minecarts had items in them, they would have landed here, and then you could have just used those chests to like temporarily store them, and you know, and then move them afterwards. Where was I? Basically, by the time I had the time to work on the railway track, we already had shulkers, so like getting storage minecarts wasn't actually that useful anymore, and the minecarts are slower than boats. And especially they are a lot slower than flying around. So yeah. But yeah, this is the underground area of the spawn hub. Here's a very similar setup. I had to obviously restructure some things, but it's basically the same. You pick up your minecarts, you fill them, and then you press a button, and then all the routing happens. And it's really annoying to wire up, and it's really not worth it. Maybe I'm gonna build something similar if I ever play on a long-term server, but otherwise I wouldn't. Also downstairs there's like the path down into the actual nether. Nobody likes the nether, so, you know, we're going to ignore that. You can see some lava lakes. Obviously, you can also see like the bottom of the ice road. Never really paid too much attention to that. Okay, instead of taking the portal upstairs, I'm gonna take it downstairs for once. And this is actually one build I did. Also, I took damage because for some reason with the plugin, you kind of fall sometimes, and it's kind of weird. This was kind of what I built for the spawn improvement, and I basically built like the cylinder, and you have like the nether rack area, and you have the warped area, I'm gonna call it, and it's kind of mirroring itself, so I quite enjoyed this build. It was kind of a challenge to get it looking decent. The only problem is that obviously warp nylium doesn't grow upside down, otherwise it would have been like really awesome to have like patches of basically nether grass somewhere. And yeah. But anyway, you can just leave from here. And then we actually have made it to spawn. I've already shown off spawn in the spawn improvement event. And I don't think a lot have changed. Obviously, the parter. Very, very, very important. Every server needs one of those. I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm like at the end of my speech. I can't really talk anymore. So I would say this has been quite a tour. There hopefully is still one last stream on the server, if everything works out. Otherwise this might have been the last thing. Oh yeah, by the way, we actually had the parkour. I'm not gonna do that on stream now. Yeah. this was quite the event. Hopefully we get like another chance to play like one last round of either hide and seek or the PvE arena, because we like, I had plans, but obviously doesn't always work just because people are busy, and I am actually busy. It's kind of annoying. Like, I've been streaming for way too long. I actually wanted to end the stream way earlier, but it doesn't really make sense to split it in half, because I don't know if I will be having will have internet the next few days. You know what? I'm just gonna miss those guys and sleep here. Anyway, thank you for hanging out, and thank you for playing on the server with me. It was so much fun. I enjoyed every minute of it. Okay, like 99% of the minutes of it. Except the one time, you know, I lost a diamond probably. I don't know. I actually never lost anything, I think. Still, very fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Ooh, yes, ahead. And I'm gonna let my voice rest a bit. I am really not used to talking for 4.5 hours anymore. Yeah. Anyway, was fun. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again on the server sometime. By the way, if you are looking for some older VODs, I'm gonna like just shamelessly self-promote here. Below the stream there are like some links to my old VOD channel that I kind of revived and started uploading again. I think the first 3 streams of the server are uploaded already. Technically all of them are uploaded, but they are like they are made to be published every 2 days. So if you're missing something, I think today or since today all VODs should be available again, either on my Twitch page or on the YouTube page. And yeah, this is kind of where I have to end it. More shameless self-promotion. I'm gonna definitely try to stream more once I am done with exams, which will sadly be once the server closes, but there are probably other games I can actually play. Maybe one day. But yeah. See you next time. See you on the server. Whatever. Have a rest, or have a great rest of your day. Really can't talk anymore. See ya, and bye-bye.